Hi there. In this video, I'm just going to show you a handy feature before we start applying processing to our tracks. So what we're going to be looking at is using groups. Groups are a really great way of organising your tracks and speeding up your workflow when mixing. So I'm just going to show this example on the backing vocal tracks. So what we can do is create a group for a number of different tracks. So I'm going to select all the tracks that I'd like to create a group for. So I'm going to click on this first backing vocal track here, hold Shift, and then click on the last one. Now these 4 tracks are selected. Now I just need to right click over here and go down to Group Tracks. You can also use the shortcut Command G. Now you'll notice this new track has appeared called Group. So having tracks in groups allows us to do a number of things. Firstly, it keeps the session more organised, as we can close down the different tracks into the group, so just by clicking on the group. But it also allows us to process these tracks together. So for example, I could solo this group now. So the audio signal is now coming out of these tracks, and instead of going straight to the master, like all of the other tracks, they are now going into this group before going to the master. So what this means is you can now apply processing to all of these tracks at once. So you could apply plugins such as EQ or compression to the group, which means all of the tracks will be processed together. So if I wanted, I could just grab an EQ, drag and drop this onto the group. Now any EQ changes I make will process these 4 tracks.
I just wanna blow, I just wanna know, I just want everything in life.
You can rename and colour your group just like other tracks. So I'm just going to right click, go down to rename, and call this backing vocals. And I'll just give it a different colour. So this is an easy way to get your session nice and organised and can really help speed up the mixing process. I'd recommend doing this to similar parts. So for example, I might want to group all of my harmonic parts together. So the lead guitar all the way up to this arpeggio part. So I've held Shift, clicked on the top and bottom track. Now when I right click, go down to Group Tracks. Now we can close all of these harmonic parts down into our group. So I'm just going to rename this one Synths. So if I wanted to now, I could solo just these parts.
I just want everything.
Okay, so it's just a handy feature I wanted to show you. In the next video, I'm going to start looking at EQ. Thanks for watching.